Hello, everybody, and welcome to Love Advice TV. If this is your first time visiting the channel, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because when you subscribe, you get the notifications for all of the new content that we post, and we usually post quite frequently every single week. And if you feel like you need support, if you feel like you need help, if you feel like you're lost and you're trying to get as much information as you can, subscribing will give you everything that you need at your fingertips. If you've already been a part of Love Advice TV and you've been a part of the community for a while, welcome back. If you don't know who I am, my name is Danny, and I am one of the head coaches here at Love Advice TV with my X Again project. I do read what you guys say. I do look at the comments. I do look at my DMs and my emails and all of that stuff. And I get questions all the time about very specific topics. And as I've mentioned before in some of my previous videos, one of the ones that comes up quite often is what to do right after a breakup if we displayed very needy or clingy behavior post breakup. And so I wanted to create a video today around that to give you a little bit more insight, to give you some guidance and some recommendations around what it is you can do in order to fix what, or maybe fix the mistake that you feel you may have made. So first and foremost, let me be clear. Everybody makes mistakes when it comes to a breakup. It is not abnormal. It is actually incredibly normal. Your emotions are running high. It's possible this is a situation that you haven't been in before. This is a person who you may have envisioned you spending the rest of your life with. So when things change like that, of course, you're not going to know how to react. Of course, you're going to react in a way that may come off as needy and clingy because you are wanting to hold on to it as much as you possibly can. So I wanted to say that to you because you are not alone. You are not the only person who has reacted in that way. And that does not necessarily mean that you have destroyed your chances forever. However, it does mean that there are going to be certain steps that you have to take in order to be able to regain control of the situation, right? And be able to re-attract your ex if that is your goal. So the first thing that you want to do is something that we talk about all the time on the channel, which is utilizing a no contact period. And as difficult as that may be, it is crucial at this time because there was such a high level of emotion and energy around the breakup that we have to allow the dust to settle a little bit. We have to allow the emotions to dissipate. We have to allow our partner to not feel that interaction so viscerally, right? Because at the end of the day, there's this common misconception that when somebody breaks up with us, it's because they don't care anymore, because they're over it, they want to throw away the relationship, they no longer feel the same way. And sometimes that is the case, but most of the time it's something that they have to contemplate for a long time. For the most part, especially if it's been a long-term relationship, right? So the decision isn't an easy one. So when they finally build up the courage to let you know that they are wanting to walk away from the relationship for whatever reason, right? Because maybe they feel it's the best thing for them, for you, for the both of you, whatever the case may be, when we have an incredibly intense emotional reaction, it makes them second guess their decision, or it validates for them the reason for why they are walking away from the relationship. So giving it time and space is the best thing that we possibly can do because it helps us to regain our power. It helps us to regain control of the situation. So depending on the severity of the breakup, the reasons for the breakup, I would say give it anywhere between 30 to 45 days before we take the next steps, right? So whether that be us reaching out, whether that be, giving it enough time that where your ex decides to reach out to you before you have to, whatever the case may be, we have to give it time and space, right? So for me, 30 to 45 days is usually the minimum. Sometimes, if I'm being realistic and honest, it may take longer than that. It may take up to 60 days. Again, dependent on your situation, but I have seen that happen before. And to be honest with you, as difficult as that may sound, it is the best thing that you can possibly do for yourself and for the situation because it helps you to regain, again, control. It helps you to recenter yourself and refocus on your personal needs and expectations. The second thing is, during that period of time, it's really important to be introspective, right? To be reflective. Think about the relationship. Think about why it did not work out. Are there things that you may have missed that you are now seeing because you are outside of the relationship and looking at things objectively? Were there things that your partner wanted you to change that they communicated to you that were just not changing? Were there things that your partner did wrong that you may not have communicated effectively or openly enough for them to understand where it is you were coming from? There is always a reason for why there is a shift in the dynamic of a relationship. And at the end of the day, a relationship is a two-way street. So there's accountability on both parts. So really taking this time to reflect on the relationship, reflect on the current situation, and honestly, really sit and think about your reaction post-breakup. Why did you react that way? What is it that you were holding on to so tightly? Why did it impact you so deeply that you felt that the only alternative was to hold on as tightly as you possibly could? Is it possible that you may have lost yourself in the relationship? Is it possible that you may have been codependent? Is it possible that there is an attachment style here that you were not aware of? Whatever the case may be, it's really important that we get to the root of that so that we can figure it out. And hey, look, I know getting to the root of these things is incredibly difficult sometimes, especially if A, you don't know where to start, and B, you're an emotional mess, right? I am more than happy to support you through that process. And that is why with people, I always recommend one-on-one coaching sessions, because it is something that really helps you to gain new perspective and understanding. And this is something that we do every day. We've worked with thousands and thousands of clients in very similar situations as you right now in this moment. And in our weakest state, right? In our moments when we are the most vulnerable, sometimes we just need somebody to extend a hand and walk us through the first part so that we feel like we can continue or motivate ourselves beyond that. If that is what you're looking for, if that is the help that you need, I am more than happy to support you with that. So again, if you want to book a one-on-one coaching session, I would be more than happy to support you through that process. The best way to do that is to do it through the website, right? So you can book on www.withmyexagain.com. But to make your life a little bit easier, because I know at this point, the last thing you probably want to do is search more because you've probably been scouring the internet for answers, I will provide you with a link in the description box below so you can go directly to the coaching page. That being said, when we strategize, when we talk about the next things that you can do, after you've spent time with yourself, after you've gained new perspective, after you feel like you're a little bit more objective with the situation, we talk about sending a letter, whether it be an accountability letter or a gratitude letter. This will help to reopen the doors of communication and potentially set a precedence for a new dynamic, right? And again, that's also something that we can work on together. So just to clarify, if you feel like you majorly messed up after the breakup, the three things that you want to do is A, right, immediately go into a no contact period so that there is no interactions between the two of you and you're letting the dust settle. B, you are allowing yourself to really kind of reflect and become introspective about the situation and analyze what happened. And C, we talk about doing a accountability or gratitude letter. If you are currently in this situation, right, and you feel like you relate to this video, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Also leave a comment down below. Tell me your story. Let me know what's going on. I love interacting with people in the comment section. Like I said, that is where I pull a lot of my inspiration to make these videos to try to help you guys through whatever it is you are going through. This channel is for you. This community is for you. If you feel like you need more guidance, more support, I am more than happy to do a one-on-one coaching session with you. And like I said, I will leave the link in the description box below so that you can book directly from this video. My name is Danny. I'm your life and relationship coach. I hope you guys are staying happy and healthy, and I will see you guys in the next video.